Yeah, just to start reviewing the games, Arsenal, it must be good to be an Arsenal fan. You must feel so good because you're doing so well in a lot of these football competitions. The only step that's needed is now to secure a major trophy. Arsenal are one of the most consistent teams in Europe. They're one of the best teams in Europe. They only lost last season in the Champions League to Bayern Munich. I mean, Bayern Munich is a huge team, and they only lost the Premier League to Man City with a couple of points, just like 2 points or something. So being an Arsenal fan must be so great right now. You are proud of how your team plays. Your team is winning games, and they can win games dirty, park the bus, or they can win games playing beautiful football. They can do it all. It's amazing to have Mikel Arteta as your coach because we can see what he's done. You can also see what he's done just for Kai Havertz. He's turned Kai Havertz around. Yes, I criticized Kai Havertz the other day for not completing a pass against Man City. I didn't think that was a good stat to have, but we know that he's been consistent, not for someone who's a natural number 9, but to be constantly involved in the goals and assists in the false 9 role. He's had a return, that's for sure. So yeah, congratulations Arsenal, but some people might say it's just PSG, you know what I mean? PSG are not really necessarily a threat in Europe. They can walk their own league. Some people call it a farmers league, but then when they match up against the so-called bigger teams, actual bigger teams in the Champions League, PSG actually scrape the bottom of the barrel. They are probably the weakest, biggest team that there is in football. The project is so bad. Luis Enrique was speaking out and saying Mikel Arteta has had 5 years to coach this Arsenal team. He has 1 and 2 months. So let's see how this team progresses. But for me, they are not a threat. They were really never really a threat. Yeah, because it didn't matter who they have in the team. They came close with Neymar and Mbappe when they lost to Bayern 1-0 in that final. But since then, they have never been close. So even with Mbappe, Messi and Neymar, they were never close. So unfortunately, I do not really rate that PSG project so far, and I just think they're on the decline. Yeah, Adeyemi as well. I just wanted to mention the other fixtures. Dortmund won and they beat a team 7-1. They thrashed the team, and I just wanted to mention the redemption arc for Adeyemi, who missed a great opportunity in the UCL final and now has won a match ball and man of the match. It's a great story. Like, it's mental strength to come back, and I'm pretty sure he's adored by his Dortmund fans, and he's making up for it, definitely making up for that miss in the Champions League final. Leverkusen, some people were saying that, you know, they were never going to make it if they were in UEFA Champions League because they went so long in the Europa League without even getting a loss, and they just lost in the final. Unfortunately, what a bad time. Now they've started the UEFA Champions League campaign with 2 wins on the bounce, right? So Xabi Alonso is proving people wrong. He's proving that, yeah, we can do it against the big boys as well, and they've beat AC Milan. AC Milan as well, they are far from grace. Their fall off has been crazy, right? It looked like they were back when they were in the Champions League campaign, and then they just lost to Inter in the semi-finals. I just thought AC Milan should be back amongst the big teams now. They did win Serie A, but since then they haven't really been consistent. So again, it's a project where we are saying that AC Milan is not necessarily the strongest teams in Europe, and we know how Liverpool just thrashed them last week or the previous week. So AC Milan needs to get their act together as one of the big teams, historically big teams in this competition, most successful. They need to get their act together. Besides that, it was pretty obvious for some of the games. Man City thrashed the team. Haaland scored. Haaland has scored again for City. Not a surprise. He has more UCL goals than games for City. Unbelievable. Phil Foden is back in amongst the goal contributions. The drought has ended. UEFA Champions League nights, Phil Foden looks like he's the main man for City. He's coming up good. Gundogan has scored after returning to City for the first time. Barcelona also thrashed the team, and Hansi Flick's Barcelona are not looking too bad. This is definitely a project that you can see that the coach has had an instant impact. It's not perfect. They just lost in La Liga for the first time, and they lost in the first game week, although they had a red card. So, you know, it didn't go their way, that match, but this is a fair assessment to make. Barcelona have definitely improved from where they used to be, and Hansi Flick has changed a little bit the mentality of this Barcelona side. They are fighters now. They play good football, and yeah, it's interesting to see. Yeah, and those are the rest of the fixtures. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you think. Yeah, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. This, for me, is just a sign that we have a lot of games, because we have 8 more games. 9. if I'm not mistaken, sorry. 9 more games still to come. And then we also have football in the weekend. It's almost like a lot of games every day. And obviously, we still have Europa League on Thursday and Conference League. Wow, this is a lot of football. I love football, right? I'm not complaining, but I am complaining. I do share the same sentiments of the players. These are our people. We need to protect them. We need to protect them from injuries. We know how bad injuries can be. All you have to do is just watch Neymar's rehabilitation while he was going through his knee injury that kept him out for a year, and then you can see the pain that the players go through and the mental, emotional and physical stress that they go through because of lots of games. So yeah, I just wanted to add my opinion on the footballing schedule. At the end of the day, it's not me who decides. I have zero say. I have zero control over it. But at least you would know what my opinion and my stance on it is. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Chega!